The Ducks still reeling after a huge win over Ohio State, but need to keep winning decisively in order to convince the committee to let them into the college football playoff.
The Southern Oregon Raiders look to build off last week's big win at Autzen with a tough test against the College of Idaho. A tough road matchup as SOU wanted to keep momentum rolling. Bumpy roads can lead to beautiful places, but only if you can keep the wheels on the pavement.
They lost the football. It's on the field, picked up by the Oats.
The nation is cram-packed with ranked matchups, intriguing games, traditions, and catches that'll make your eyes turn and your voice crack.
Oh, what an interception! Oh my gosh! DJ Graham! Give it at Odell!
Oregon State is back in business. The Hidden Valley kid is making Applegate cheer. And what's making the Beavers admit this?
I don't know much about Beaver history, so yeah, I didn't know that at all.
Right now, this is College Football Game Night.
Welcome to College Football Game Night inside the Newswatch 12 studios. Lots of things to talk about today, and you just saw it. Raiders stumble. Vidlac made his Beaver debut, and it was a stormy day in Eugene. I'm Josh Shelton. 6 feet away from me is my colleague, Cameron Derby.
Josh, Saturdays, they're always the best. College football filled the airwaves. We're not going to change it one bit over the next hour. So much to talk about today, and honestly, we could fill hours of on-air time on Saturdays, but we have to live with just one. First up, though, the Raiders.
Coming off a 42-7 win over Montana State Northern, it certainly looked like SOU was turning a corner. College of Idaho, though, had something to say about that. Yotes came into the year ranked 19th in the NAIA, but a loss had them slip out of the top 25. Both they and SU put up 42 points on Montana State Northern. Big hopes for today's game. College of Idaho's offense certainly came to play. Jack Rice at QB slings one downfield to Connor Gagnon for a huge pickup on 3rd and 2. Would be a theme for most of the day.
Rice again on 3rd down. This time picks up the first with his legs. Extends the Yotes drive. COI moving their way through the Raider defense. And a big chance here. We move over to 3rd and goal. Handoff. Calzaretta gets stuffed at the goal line. Huge stop from the Raider defense. College of Idaho settles for a field goal to start the scoring on the day in Caldwell, 3-0 early.
Certainly looked like the defense from last week's game made the trip this week. 6 minutes left in the first. Yotes run game gets going. Calzaretta picks up 20 yards going right up the gut. Later in the drive, it's 4th and 1 on the doorstep. Handoff to the senior bowling ball of a running back. He fights his way into the end zone. And the Yotes get the first touchdown of the day. 2 with a minute and 20 left in the first.
To the second quarter we go. Why not more Yotes? Ryan Hibbs, now at quarterback, goes deep and gets his man. Hunter Juarez hauls it in for the big game down the sideline. 2nd and goal, more power running. This time it's Hunter Gilbert, the redshirt freshman out of Tigard, pummels his way across the goal line. Missed PAT, makes it 16-0 all Yotes so far.
That doesn't change much either. We go 3rd and 9, and it's SOU ball. Matt Struck, back to pass, fires over the middle, but it's picked off by Tayson Hadron, and the Yotes take over near midfield. First interception from the Raider QB this season. Yotes look to capitalize on 1st and goal with the 7.5 left to play. Calzaretta again for his 2nd touchdown of the day. The Bruiser makes it 23-zip.
SOU trying to get something going, if anything at all, but a fumble off the handoff. Struck on the read option, loses it trying to pull the ball back. The Raiders turn it over at midfield. Rough go of it for the Raiders, and the defense has to come back onto the field. On 4th and long, and a long 2, I should say, Calzaretta goes up the middle and gets close to the first down. Yotes think they have it. They bring out the chain gang to let them decide. But the defense, as tired as they are, they get the point and they come up with the stop. 1st down Raiders.
SOU trying to get things going, but the Yotes secondary suffocating, breaking up another pass here. Yotes take a big lead in the halftime with a big old goose egg next to the Raiders score. Based on what we just saw, probably not surprising to see these numbers after that first half. It's not pretty. SOU running just 25 plays compared to College of Idaho's 47. The Yotes averaging over 6 yards a play.
In the time of possession, certainly not a helpful factor in the struggles of stopping the Yotes offense. They just couldn't catch their breath. At one point, the Yotes had one less first down than the Raiders had yards of total offense. A lot to fix in the second half. The score might show their defense is struggling, but I don't really think that they were necessarily. I think they weren't really struggling to play sound defense. They really just couldn't catch their breath, even if it was just for a second.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine that they were anxiously watching the clock run down to get to the locker room to get a breather. It seemed like after every long drive, SOU's offense goes 3 and out. The Yotes secondary made the passing game hard, and that's because they stuffed up the run game. Nothing doing for SOU. Second half, SOU starts with the ball, Struck with some time, finally, and he rolls right. He goes to Heike Massey, who finds a soft spot in the coverage. That'll be good for a first down. Their first third down conversion of the game comes a minute into the second half. So 3rd and 7, Struck tries to evade a tackler on the scramble, gets wrapped up around the ankles and twisted to the ground, and he's hurt. Struck is helped up, then hops off the field, not putting any weight on his left leg. Not what you want to see as the Raiders were starting to build some offensive momentum.
So Caden Frazier takes over as the quarterback during this scary moment for the Raiders. The redshirt freshman out of Clarkston, Washington, 4th and 4. Quick pass. He's got Shane McLaughlin for the first down. Keeps the drive alive for SOU. Big play there for Frazier. 3rd and long. Play breaks down, so he scrambles to his left. He's got nowhere to go. Dropped at the 20-yard line, bringing on the field goal unit.
Yeah, lost his brain bucket there, too, so he had to come off the field either way. Cesar Ruiz has not attempted a field goal all season long until now. He's got a 38-yarder. The snap, the hold is good, and the kick as well. 23-3 Raiders on the board. Good news for Raiders fans, Struck back in at QB. Bad news, though, Yotes defense still unrelenting, and the Raiders can't extend their drive on that one. Next score doesn't happen until 9.5 left in the 4th. Hibbs at QB throws a deep ball, and he's got Isaiah Veal. Makes the catch, fights through a tackle, and falls into the end zone. And then the No Fun League strikes again. High fives fans and gets a flag. Give me a break.
How dare they show support of the fans at the game, especially with this weather, right? Wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, kicks up a dust storm. It even kind of blocks the College of Idaho punt. Not great conditions to be playing in, but they do soldier on. There's that punt right there. They soldier on because the game is basically over. Southern Oregon falls 29-3 on the road. College of Idaho gets the win. Raiders headed back to the drawing board. Not the best Raiders showing on offense in this one.
No, the defense did what it could, but there wasn't the same synergy between the defense and offense as there were last week. You see here, 205 total yards of offense for SOU. College of Idaho had 229 yards just in the passing game. I think this game looks a lot different if the first half doesn't have a huge discrepancy in time of possession. The Raiders' defense was totally gassed, and that made life very difficult for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And to me, the evidence that the Raiders were tired on defense is in the second half. They gave up just 6 points through 30 minutes of play. One, they're rested coming out of the locker room, and 2, the SOU offense started to pick up first downs and try to extend drives at least.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing in this game as well. Truly a tale of two halves. Just huge differences in how the offense played, which led to more defensive success. I know scientifically speaking, correlation does not equal causation, but the evidence is there. SOU possessed the ball for over half the time in the second half, extended drives by picking up more than twice as many first downs, and the defense only gave up 6 points. Even that was on a deep ball that I bet you asked the Raiders secondary what happened, and they just say that they should have had that one covered. Head coach Charlie Hall talking about the offensive and defensive synergy in their win over Montana State Northern. Today's two halves showed why that's important to team success.
Today was also a great chance for SOU to build some momentum. The Raiders, both in-game and in-season, weren't able to do that today. In the second half, SOU was driving down the field and looked like they were building something, and then Struck goes down with the left leg injury. In my mind, that really took the air out of the drive. SOU had to settle for 3 points, and there wasn't much they could do after that. The Raiders also go from a blowout win to a 26-point loss, halting a ton of momentum they had building up going what should be their first home game next week. And speaking of next Saturday, should be the Raiders' real home opener in Ashland. Their first one moved up to Eugene to avoid any potential smoke. Kickoff is now set for a week from today, 1 o'clock at Raiders Stadium. SOU playing host to the Carroll College Saints if all goes according to plan.